Justice now. Obstruction to justice. Obstruction to justice.
Justice now.
Well, hello, and welcome to this special broadcast of Obstruction to Justice. This is an updated, we're just chiming in quickly to just give notice that there is a meeting, a public meeting going on for the next 2 days where the AB 3121 AB 3121 task force is meeting to study and develop reparations proposals for African Americans. So this is a meeting, and this meeting is for the next 2 days. It's out of California, so it is being held on California time. I have put the links in the information as far as the content of what the meeting is going to be about in the agenda. So if you would like to view, be a participant, well, actually, you're just going to be able to listen in and also see the different speakers as they come on board to speak in behalf of their voted information for holding the meeting and the proposals and things for reparation proposals. So it's going to be held today, and it started California time 9 a.m. and again tomorrow at 9 a.m. as well. Now there's also another meeting that's going to be held this I believe this evening as well. So it's an all-day thing. These are all-day presentations and proposals. So that's a lot of people sharing in information and content or information about reparations and why it's important. I have put the link to the information as far as how to join, where to join. It's being hosted on Blue Jeans Network. Now, I wasn't familiar with Blue Jeans. I've heard about all other different types of platforms, but Blue Jeans is the platform that it's being held on. And if you would click on the PDF that I also sent a link to, it will automatically come up in a browser there for you. You should be able to access it from your mobile as well. And then you can click the join meeting. I've also put in the link, the Blue Jeans link in the information here to where you can also join the Blue Jeans meet from the Blue Jeans site as well. And you don't have to have an account. You can go in as a guest and join. We have discussed the importance of reparations and how it would be a blessing, a gift to give back for the social injustice, the economic injustice, the ethnic injustice that the African American community has experienced all these years and since slavery. There hasn't been a real way to bring closure and just to bring closure, right? Bring closure and to pay back the best you can, the society can, to the African American people that have experienced and our ancestors of the slave experience, and who are African Americans and still experience social injustices, based on the different taxes, even the different ways of social injustice and in violence from police brutality issues, conscious and subconscious bias that African Americans experience and therefore experience discrimination and racism. So this is a very, very timely meeting and agenda. I'm just going to go ahead and share the screen here so that I don't believe we can actually hear, but let me see if I can actually share what is going on in the meeting. Okay, so this is who's in attendance at the meeting, and there are many that are on the list to actually speak. One of the speakers is going to be, let's see, Cam Howard, and he is the NCOBRA's National Male Co-Chair, Cam Howard, and he'll be speaking on two important platforms. So today, Thursday the 23rd, and he'll be chiming in for the first time he's scheduled to be on this meeting at 10:45 a.m. Pacific time, which Central time, that would make it 12:45. And Cam Howard will provide expert testimony before the California Reparations Task Force, and he will present offering insight to the findings, purpose, and intended outcomes of the California Reparations Task Force. So he's going to make a presentation. And of course, the link is also in the information that I sent over within the content of this broadcast, where we were just chiming in to bring this important information. Now, if you're able to join, definitely go ahead and click and check it out. Now, this is before the California Reparations Task Force. This is the state of California that is bringing together a task force. And that says a lot. I don't know. I'm in Missouri. I don't think there's a Missouri task force that is in place to bring information in regards to supporting and offering insight and findings on the purpose of and the intended outcomes of the reparations. So there's no research going on in my state. So California, big ups. Yes. Now later on today at 7 p.m. Central, Cam, this is Mr. Cam Howard. He's the male co-chair of the NCOBRA's national level of NCOBRA, and he will moderate the panel. So HR 40, Black Reparations, and HR 40, Black Reparations, is going to be hosted by the Northeast Illinois University, the 40th anniversary Japanese American Redress Conference with Liberty and Justice for All, Racism, Redress, and Reparations. So it also has a link to the conference as well that's going to be going on today at September 23rd at 7 p.m. So your panelists for that broadcast or that presentation will include Robin Rue Simmons, First Repair, and Evanston, Illinois reparations leader, and John Oski, he's a filmmaker, John Osaki, and Rashawn Williams. He's the NCOBRA Philadelphia chapter co-chair as well. So that sounds to be a very very insightful panel. And that's also going on today in discussion of the reparations. So this is getting some attention, and I think that it should get attention. I think it should get to the point to where people are talking about and doing the research when it comes to reparations and finding the research and presenting it, building the case. We talk about that a lot on obstruction to justice, so that, it's super important to do your research and then from there make decisions. Decisions can be made, logical decisions and decisions where people may not like it, but everyone isn't going to like it. These are very hard issues. These are very difficult. Reparations is a very difficult and challenging conversation because it makes you look inward, and it makes you, as far as a society, take a look and see why is redlining, why has it been so relevant and prevalent, and why has it been a part of our society? Steering, where African American couples would desire to look for a home in a particular neighborhood, but realtors steer them away from that neighborhood and put them in, show them places in different neighborhoods. Now, when looking back and when I was looking to buy my home, I believe that happened. The different communities. I didn't get a chance to see so many good looking homes within the nicer neighborhood that I was really interested in looking at. And I think that that's not cool. If you're going to show homes to where, I know that as being an African American, yeah, I mean, I enjoy communities and my people, but let's just be real about it. With the budget, if the budget says that it can afford a particular home, then show the home wherever the home may be. Don't steer them away from a home that may be more expensive or may be expensive, but is in a particular community that person would be interested in living. You steer them away to send them to a neighborhood that has a particular demographic, and that's not a good idea. So here, when it comes to the reparations, big kudos. That information is out there in our link. I put it in the link with the information about this broadcast, and if you click on that link, that PDF document, it will open up for you and provide all of the information that we're sharing here and that this committee is talking about. And again, it's the AB 3121 Task Force to study and develop reparations proposals for African Americans. Meeting notice and agenda. It's a 2-day meeting, and it is booked and booked with PhDs and just people who have a passion and have a conversation to support, and average people, Joes like myself. I go out and I do the study and research on my own to be aware so that I can be a support. And we talked about on obstruction to justice coming together as a group. We need to come together as a group and from there be collective, collectively work together and being responsible for our own community as a group. and then having the voice to move as a group to logically, intellectually, and researched, having it all together to make the proposal and then share it and walk through the process of what it needs to happen in order to make it happen. So this is one of the first things, a great step in also taking and being a part of. I think that our circles are too small, and with them being too small, and let me just go ahead and I'm going to stop sharing that, and we'll go out here and I'll share this agenda information so that it's out there. But our circles are too small, and it should be to where we can come together and collectively as a group, African Americans, to come together and agree that there's something that needs to be done, and coming up with processes, making proposals, and how to make it happen. So here I'm actually sharing the AB 3121 Task Force to study and develop reparations proposals for African Americans. It's a meeting notice and agenda, and it does have the dates. This meeting of the task force will occur in Blue Jeans video and telephone conferencing. So if you don't have the technology, you can all to see the video part of it, you can listen in too. The public is encouraged to join the meeting, and the link is here to join the Blue Jeans meeting, or use the Join Now link below, and this will provide access to the meeting video and audio, so you'll get a chance to log in and listen. And if also your mobile device, you can use your mobile device to download the Blue Jeans app if you would like to do that. And that's just one more app on my phone, but I think that you can always delete it if you don't use it enough, right? So this would be good to have and to use. Plus, there is, if you're joining by telephone, there's dial one of the following numbers and enter the PIN followed by the pound sign to confirm. So there are a couple of numbers that you can call in on for this event. Let me just give a number here. It is 1-415-466-7000. And that's in the US if you're in the US. That's 1-415-466-7000. And that PIN is 997-4464, then the pound sign. 997-4464, then the pound sign. So they will be recording the task force meetings, and it'll be available too as far as later on after all of this is done. So if you're not able to join even now or log in or listen in, then there is information here on this link that will allow for you to join the meeting or watch the meeting later. And documents that will be reviewed during the meeting will be available in advance of the meeting. And there's a list here as far as a link here where the meeting notes are going to be. So it does list the meeting agenda for today, and it introduces the chairperson, provides the welcome, public comments. So they'll be doing public comments. And looks like they're getting into, let's see, action item, approval of July meeting minutes. So they'll be doing that. Action item, further consideration of community engagement plan. So they'll be working through that. And that's something that they're probably into. They'll be doing it shortly here. I'm Central Time here, so I'm 2 hours ahead of California. And then they'll be introducing the witness panel, number 1, national and international reparation efforts. And first on that list at 10:45 a.m. Pacific time, so that's 12:45 Central Time, is the testimony of Cam Howard. Then there'll be a testimony by Roy Brooks, JD. Then there'll be task force comments and questions. So they have comments and Q&A session. Then there's a break for lunch, and then there's a witness panel number 2, which addresses slavery as the foundation of systematic racism. So there'll be testimonies by Dr. Deanna Ramey Berry, PhD, Stacy Smith, PhD, and testimony John Burgess. And then there'll also be task force comments and questions. Then there'll be a break. And there's going to be information item here is Department of Justice updates. So there'll be updates as well. And it's just a full day and opportunity to really look into what needs to be done. And I commend everyone on the committees that are working to participate in that. Super, super. All right. Again, if there's any questions that you may have, you can definitely contact us here at Union Rock Hill Films, and we will get that information over to you. And Union Rock Hill Films would, you can go out on the website. If not, just go out there and check it out. And there's a couple of ways to contact us over there. But it should be pretty self-explanatory. Big shout out to Moja Books and Products, where Brother Uuka Alegba, he forwarded this information to us and asked us to get it out. So we're doing our best to get that out. And there's another way for us to kind of get more information out and chime in on some of the discussion to where you can put your comments in here. We'll probably do that. So, but for now, that's what's happening. And again, there's another opportunity tomorrow to where the task force gets started and has another part B of the meeting, day 2 of the meeting, and it will continue on political disenfranchisement is another topic that this panel will be talking about, the Great Migration. So there are definitely topics that will definitely, it perks up my ears right away. And I'm sure that the research has been done. And, a lot of times you would, just to educate yourself, go out and listen in, and then just support in whatever way they need the support. So by listening in, that shows that you're definitely interested, and then you're also being able to think through and participate, be a part of the solution. And African Americans, definitely, but all Americans, be a part of the solution, in that you're educating yourself to know what the problem is and then making it right. I think that is really, really what's important. Definitely. Okay. Well, that's all I'm going to share for now. And I'm going to continue on with my day, and you do the same. Continue on with your day, and we'll chime in if there's any other information that we need to bring to you. But for now, take care and go out and check out that 2-day meeting. Thanks a lot. I'm Ann Moals, signing off.
Justice now. Justice.